Hi guys, welcome to Daily Tips with Monica. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Um, if you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. If you want to share me out, share me out to all different platforms. Um, I hope everyone had good Wednesday. Today is Thursday, one day closer to Friday. So, what we're going to talk about today is things to do if you want to be at peace with yourself. This week we've been talking about happiness and things to make us happy, but sometimes we need to find that place of peace within ourselves. So what we're going to talk about today is things that can help us be at peace with ourselves. So it's going to be things to do if you want to be at peace with yourself. Um, like I said, guys, thank you so much again for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you guys' support. You don't know how much it means to me for you guys to come on this premiere or come to the replay and watch it over. I appreciate you guys' support. Um, sometimes it's kind of like hard to come up with a daily topic, but each day I try to inspire to think about something or something that happens throughout my day that inspire me to talk about it. And if you guys ever need, like I said, if you ever guys ever going through something or just wanting me to talk about a specific subject, please let me know. Um, I don't mind talking about anything. I'm You guys are my greatest support, and I don't mind supporting you guys 100% back. Um, so what we're going to talk about today, guys, is like I said, we're going to talk about things to do if you want to be at peace with yourself. So, so you sometimes we ask ourselves, guys, how can I find a peace of mind? And we rarely answer it in a satisfying way. Some people say a peace of mind lies in security. Some says it's about decluttering and finding stillness and calmness in your life. Some say it's about acceptance and letting go of things that no longer serves a purpose. But it could be all about what you do. It's all about what you do. So guys, so guys, know that if you have some sense of integrity each day, you can find that peace within yourself. Things will always change. Life will sometimes be tough. People will do and say things to get you upset. But you have to know that's nature. That's the nature of things. Hey, I'm talking to myself right here because, hey, earlier this week I was upset about some things. Uh, but as long as you hang on to your integrity, no matter what is happening in your world, you can go to bed with a clear conscience. And no matter how tough things get, you can still have that wonderful sense of peace within yourself. But it will take some practice to really start to feel it and to live with integrity at times. So, well, we need to live with integrity all the time. So, here are some tips that can help you cultivate that peace within yourself. The first thing is know your ideal self. Sit down, get a piece of paper, and write down all your good qualities you intend to cultivate. Are you going to be a kind of person? Are you going to be fair to people? Are you going to be more tolerant to people? More monogamous, that means more faithful or being faithful to people? You're going to be more patient with people. You want to have some form of dignity. What are your responses to difficulties going to be? And what principles do you wish to uphold? So, know your ideal self. Look at your best qualities. Write down all those best qualities that you have. You feel like you have. Not no one else or no one else's opinion, but write down those good qualities you have. And if it's some qualities that you need to work on a little more, work on them. It's okay to work on, if you feel like you could be a little kinder to people, or you could be more tolerant of people, that sometimes get on your nerves, but you just feel like, they, you just don't want to be around them. But you have to learn how to sometimes tolerate people, because sometimes you work with me, you just have to tolerate them. Um, Becoming more patient with people. Make sure that you are becoming patient with people, and having some. The biggest thing, having dignity. Don't lose your self-respect. Do things that are, how can I do things that put out good, put out that good energy, put out put out good energy into the universe. Hold on. So put out good energy and good things into the universe. Don't do things that you know that you are losing your self-respect for. And um don't automatically respond to things when they become difficult for you to handle. Learn how to respond in a positive way. And it says, what principles do you wish to uphold? What are those principles that you have for yourself, you set up and want to have for yourself? So all what this means is, it just says, know your ideal self. That means what you really want to project yourself to be, and what you really want to be. You don't want to. If you don't want to come off as a condescending person, then work on not being condescending. If you don't want to be, no, please be quiet. Y'all excuse me. Here you go. hmm So if you want to be a little more classier and not out here in these streets, you can be that. But you have to know your self-worth, and you have to cultivate good behaviors. So know your ideal self. The second thing is, do the next right thing. If you've been struggling with your emotional and mental state, um, it may be difficult, and it is going to be hard to act with integrity all the time. You may find yourself making mistakes and sometimes behaving in a less than ideal way. In order to build up a habit of sticking to those principles that you set up for yourself, just practice doing the next right thing all the time. So if you become emotionally drained, or you become too upset, and you um let me get this right. If you find yourself making mistakes that you know that you do not want to do, and if you could get that point in your life that your mental state is not right, that it got to the point where you slamming doors and um knocking out windows and doing disrespectful things. If you want to be beyond that, then you're going to have to do the next right thing. Sometimes the next right thing to do is just to walk away, sit down, and gather yourself, gather your emotions, gather your mental. Because what that does is it keeps you in a habit of sticking to your principles of, I'm going to cultivate good behavior. I'm not going to get out here and do something that could potentially put me in a negative light. because you don't want, if you're acting in a very disrespectful and putting yourself in a negative light, you're not going to always feel good with yourself, and you're not going to be at peace with yourself because you know you put yourself out there in a disrespectful negative light. So in order to change that, you have to do the next right thing, and that means changing the way you deal with things and changing the way you behave. Some people are, I am who I am. I ain't changing for nobody. But let me tell you something. It's not about changing who you are. It's all about how it's changing about how you respond to things. Changing how, if you want to have more things and more, being more successful, and you want people to perceive you in a different light, you're gonna not change who you are and what you believe in, but change the way you put things out there. Change the way you put things. Don't put things out there so negatively. Try to always try to push some goodness out instead of pushing those negative, nasty things out. So always try to do the next right thing. And just instead of what you think, the first thing that pops in your mind negative to do, don't go with that. Sit down and think about it before you act, and just do the next right thing. When you sit down and you think about it, and you gather your thoughts and get your mental and emotional state together. Because sometimes we do act off emotion, and so when we act off emotion, it never works out for us. It doesn't now. And you know what I'm saying? Then sometimes you can make something that could be fixed so easily become so big. So the third thing is, let's go of perfectionism. Um, Life can be so much easier if we validate the attempts we make to do the right things, even when those things are is a struggle. Instead of beating yourself up and making yourself feel worse because you was angry at the time or you're not living right, it's know that it's all a journey. Allow yourself to be imperfect and yet still make progress. So have you ever heard that song, I'm just a nobody, just trying to be a somebody? So know that you're not perfect. Know that, yes, you're going to make mistakes. Yes, it's going to be some things that you do that you're not proud of. But don't beat yourself up about it. I'm bad at that. I'm bad at beating myself up about how I respond to certain things and how I allow certain things to get under my skin. So I have to learn not to beat myself up about it and feel bad about it, or because I may have became angry and said some wrong things or did something that wasn't right. I have to know that we have to know your life is a journey. You're gonna have ups and downs, and we're gonna have to allow ourselves to be imperfect. But we're gonna every day we're gonna try to make progress on improving ourselves. Life is, like I said, life is a journey. You're gonna have those ups and downs, but how you deal with those things that come up, that what matters. So if you don't progress from something negative coming into your life, you don't, like, say for instance something happens in your life that something happens in your life that you responded negative to. And Jamel, put them up. I told you, you're not getting nothing. I meant that. Now come sit down. No, come sit down. Sit down. I'm sorry, guys. So don't beat yourself up about trying, being so hard on yourself, trying to be perfect, because you're not. And you're gonna fall sometimes, but it's okay. Just know that life is a journey, and it's okay that you're not perfect. But you know that you can always work on being better. Jamel, get in here and sit down now. For make amends immediately. If for some reason you end up treating someone unfairly or unkindly, or do something dishonest or mean, make amends as soon as you can, guys. Don't wait. Correct your mistakes as soon as possible. And you can find a peace of mind in the fact that you have improved upon your actions and done your part to relieve any ill feelings or guilt. So if you know you have wronged someone and you have hurt someone, or you taken something that wasn't yours, or you disrespected someone for no apparent reason, instead of waiting 2, 3, 4 weeks or feel like you don't owe them an apology, make amends immediately. Me, I'm the type of person, if I know I have wronged you, and I'm gonna be real, if I know I have did something or said something that wasn't right, then I am a woman enough to apologize and make a situation right. I ain't gonna be, because one thing about it, I got a real bad conscience. Like, if I did something that wasn't right, it eats at me, it eats at me. And so that's why I always try to do the right things. And if I do something that, you know, hurt someone or something like that, and I know it wasn't right, I automatically go back to them and apologize, because I don't want to sit here and live with life with regrets and making enemies just because, oh, I feel some type of way, so I'm going to say and do things to you that is not right, or speak unkind things towards people. That's not right. So if you want a peace of mind, then when you know you have done something to someone that wasn't right, go ahead and make amends. Make amends with that person. Even if y'all decide, you're not going to be friends anymore, you're not going to be in a relationship anymore, you're not going to be in each other's spaces anymore, just making peace with it is better. It's better than just walking around with tension. Um, the fifth thing is practice patience. Other people around you may not be living the same way you have chosen to. It don't matter. It does not matter. They will have their own conscience to live with at the end of the day, and you will have yours. Choose to respond in a way that will give you a peace of mind. If that means you taking a breath before reacting to people who push your buttons. So practice patience. Practice patience with people. Know that everybody is not the same, ain't raised the same, and they don't have the same mindset as you. So you have to be patient. Just know that, you know what I'm saying, their conscience may not be like your conscience. And the way that they choose to live is not the same way you're living. And but we all gonna have to get in it, you gonna get it. Um, but we all have a choice on how we respond to situations that come up. So if you want to be at peace with yourself and having a peace of mind, learn how to have patience with yourself and with people, and respond to people in a way that is not understanding, like having a place of understanding. So that means that you know um you just choose your words, and you try not to come off aggressive or come off as or like shady. You just sit down and collect and think before you speak, thinking about what you're going to say, and not come off as mean. So sometimes we just have to practice patience with people, and just, even though they may have said something that could offend you, you just have to practice patience and say, well, okay, this is what I'm going to say. But you're not gonna meet them at their level where they are trying to take you though. So practice patience. The sixth thing is let your head and your heart support you. You won't have a peace of mind if you allow negativity to dominate your thinking. Hey, I'm telling myself that because I know sometimes I can really be in a negative space. I really can. And I always think, when somebody give me good and negative, I always go to the negative first. I don't know why I do that. It's just a part of me. But I always go to the negative first. So try your best to understand others rather than judge them. Forgive people so you can free yourself. Be compassionate and be a good Samaritan. Not only will other people benefit, you will also add to your own sense of self-esteem. So let your head and your heart support you. So be a good person. That's all what this is saying. Be a good person. Put out that good juju. Don't be always negative and speaking negative of people and going against people. I have to say that to myself sometimes because I know somebody make me mad and I just say whatever. But I got to do better at that. Like I tell y'all, I'm not. How can I put this? I'm not. I have ways too that I need to be working on as well. And like I tell you guys, sometimes I think negative before I think of the whole situation. I uh, uh, uh I just think negative. But me, I have never been like a judgmental person. Just allow me one moment. So, guys, I don't know where I was in my thoughts, but as I was stating, if you want to feel good about yourself and you want to build up your self-esteem and feel like and be at peace with your life, then um just make sure you're putting out good energy. Make sure you're treating people the way you want to be treated. And all the good things will happen for you. You'll be at peace with yourself. Okay, guys. So the seventh thing is think long term. So it may be tempting to lose your rag when you're feeling angry or frustrated. When you feeling frustrated with someone, or you just allow me a moment. They got this loud. I can't. Okay, guys. So as I was stating, think long term. It may, like I say, it may, like I was saying, it may be tempting to lose your rag when you're feeling angry or frustrated. But think about how you will feel about yourself and your own actions later on. Will you be happy about your actions or your behaviors, or will it lead to you feeling a peace of mind? If not, then don't do it. So think long term. Think long term when you're about to become angry and you're about to have a moment on someone, or you do some things out of frustration and you acting. Jamel, look, get get out. Um, and you feel as though you're about to have a moment, or you feel like you about to just have some very disruptive behavior, then think of the long term effect it will have on your perspective. Think about, will it make you happy about your behavior, or will it make you feel like, what, I shouldn't have acted like that? And and ask yourself, will it give you a peace of mind? If it don't give you a peace of mind the way that you act, then don't do that. Find another way of releasing those frustrations that you have, because you don't want to think long term where people like feel as though they may not can you become they may feel that way. When he gets upset, how he act when he gets upset and frustrated, and then and it'll have a negative effect on you. So a negative perception of you. So think long term. Um the The eighth thing is validate yourself. You will not get to feel that lovely sense of peace if you don't take the time to fully acknowledge it. In difficult situations, look at what you did well. If you've been struggling, notice when you make progress. At the end of each day, summarize to yourself on how you have acted and well and kept your integrity. So validate yourself, be an advocate for yourself. Um, Acknowledge that good behavior that you did, how that, through the day some things may have triggered you to want to act out and you actually didn't. And give yourself that validation to know that, you know what, I can be tested in a situation and and it be a positive outcome, and I can have a peaceful day, because you don't want no one to steal your joy. So just, if you want to have a peace of mind, you have to change your mindset. Set. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and recap. Um, the first thing is know your ideal self. Um, Make a list of all your good qualities you want to cultivate. If you want to be more a kinder person, if you want to treat people better, you want to be a more faithful person, patient, or be more dignified, then cultivate those good things with yourself. The second thing is do the next right thing. So if you are having a difficult time and you feel the need and you're behaving in a less ideal way, stick to those principles that you know and just practice doing the next right thing. And sometimes that means if you just need to just walk away from the situation and say nothing, then you just walk away from the situation and say nothing. The third, because you know what, because you like, you know what, I'm not gonna let that disturb my peace. That's what you want to do. Um, the third thing is let go of perfectionism. Um, just know that no one is perfect, and you don't have to beat yourself up about if you make a mistake. It's okay to make mistakes, but what you do is from with those mistakes is you learn from it and know that life is a journey, and every day when you wake up, it gives you a chance or an opportunity to do things right. The fourth thing is make amends immediately. So if you have offended someone or did something to someone that was not nice, or done, or you mistreated, or you was unkind to someone, or doing some things that was not right, please go ahead and make it right. Don't wait till forever to make amends with someone. The fifth thing is practice patience. Have patience with people. Know that everyone is not the same. Know everyone is not raised the same. Know everyone is not um, have the same principles as you. The sixth thing is let your head and heart support you. So always have a peaceful mind and don't let the negativity get in. Um, have a non-judgmental uh, mind, to where you're open minded. And then you'll be able to free yourself from negativity, and you'll be able to forgive people easily, and you'll be at peace. The seventh thing is think long term. If you feel like you're about to lose it on someone, then if think about before you act, think about your behavior and how you want to act, and see if it's going to bring you peace or make you happy, or make you be perceived as. And you may have to just go back to the drawing board and, just like I said, walk away. The eighth thing is validate yourself. If Put it down, cut it down. Um, Always try to validate. If you're making a progression of being at peace and trying to be a better person, being nicer, kinder, respectful, those things, then validate that. Make yourself feel like you are progressing in those of trying to cultivate those good ideal behaviors that we talked about earlier. Be your own self advocate. So, guys, those are the daily tips that I do have. I appreciate you guys for coming. I do appreciate you guys' support. Make sure you guys, if you have not hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new to this channel, thank you for coming or your first time coming here for the daily tips, thank you for coming. If you want to hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on the daily tips. And make sure you hit that notification bell. Um, and as well, guys, if you ever want to speak to me about anything, you can always email me at mjjfamily2020@gmail.com. As well, if you want to donate or help the MJ&J family page to grow, then you can always cash at me at J&J Mom 18. I will be doing 2 interviews this month. The first interview will be with Get Lit with Mo. It'll be August 27th at 7 p.m. and 22nd at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time. The second one is which the author Tracy Allen. She is the author of the books "Don't Let God Smell Your Panties" and "My Panties Cleaned," and she is going to be writing a third book. So that's all that I have today, guys. Make sure you guys are tuning into the McRae Kingz at 10:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless they have changed their time because they may have to go to the doctor. So, guys, thank you so much for coming. Always remember, don't let anything or anyone steal your joy. If they didn't give it to you, they can't take it away. Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful day.